y'all, welcome to my YouTube Q&A. Let's get to know me.
Hello, everyone. This is Kat. This is my first YouTube segment. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Excuse my voice. My kitties brought me home some type of cough. So I might sound a little hoarse. But hi everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. I'm super excited because this is my first official YouTube video. Kind of me chatting with my Instagram followers. I'm super excited. You all get to know me a little more. So basically, what I have done, I put a questionnaire up on my Instagram. I have my Instagram followers kind of just ask me anything they wanted to know about me. I first want to say that I did get a nice amount of questions, but surprisingly, so many people were writing me and sending me encouraging words, and I appreciate that. So, shout out to my Instagram followers. A lot of them I've built relationships with through Instagram. Of course, I've known them in passing, but I have a love hate relationship with social media. Sometimes it's good to take a break from it. But I mean, I've met some amazing people on there. I've become like great friends with people through Instagram. It's so crazy. I've been able to keep in touch with people, from high school or from childhood. I mean, that's the way to connect. Social media is it's a love hate relationship, I'm sure, for everyone because it's just like it can be so crazy and toxic, but it can also be very good for business. It can be good to connect and continue with people. So for that, I do appreciate social media. So we're gonna get into questions soon, I promise. Just a little overview. My name is Catherine. Everyone calls me Kat. Um, I'm super, super excited for you all to get to know me. I'm cozy. I'm at home. I'm in my bedroom. This is my cute little corner. This is where I come to kind of just escape sometimes if I want to read. Sometimes I'm not going to lie, I will shut the door on my daughters and just sit in this chair and mind my little business and act like I don't hear them. It's kind of like my little quiet corner. We all need a space, we all need a corner, we all need something where we can just kind of escape to. So I'm super excited that you all can kind of share this, little space with me, get personal, get cozy, and yeah, let's get started. So I wrote down all the questions clearly because I'm using my phone. But I wrote down all of the questions that people from my Instagram asked me. It wasn't. I was nervous. I'm like, ugh. Listen, I'm such a private person, so doing this is like, whew, it's a little nerve wracking. But the questions were not bad at all. It's not digging too deep. I mean, I do eventually want to dig deep and really speak about things, talk about my journey, have conversations, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I want to relate to you all, to my fellow mothers. If you don't have any children, to the fellow women, business women. You don't have to be a mom to relate to some of the things I go through. And, I'm starting this journey because I don't feel like it's enough. I don't feel like there's people that are open and honest about what they go through. And I feel like maybe this is my calling. Like I wholeheartedly love talking about things I go through and just everyday life, especially when I organically meet someone and can naturally just have a beautiful, deep conversation with someone that I just met. Um, but of course, this is a little different. This is strangers maybe watching my stuff and people that I don't know maybe watching my stuff. And so it's a little weird because I'm such a private person. But at the same time, it's like, hey, we all go through things. We all have our humble beginnings. We all have our stories and our journeys, and it just makes us who we are. And It's a judge-free zone. It's a place of comfort. So hopefully my channel, hopefully my blog, hopefully my Instagram creates that space for other moms and other women just like me, going through things just like me. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram __ Catherine M. Let's get started. Let's get to know me. Let's go. I'm so excited. All right, so you all, I also cooked breakfast. I'm hungry. Don't judge me. So why? Yes, I made pancakes, some eggs and sausage. Listen, y'all, I be hungry. There's something to eat, chat, laugh. We shouldn't cry. Those questions wasn't too deep, but I'm super excited. So let's get started on the questions. So the first question that was asked was, tell us about motherhood and tell us about balancing motherhood and entrepreneurship. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I cannot work with my daughters. I cannot. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So anything that I do, I have to do it when they're not around so I can focus. They're all over the place. They need my full attention whenever they're around. And if I don't give them my attention, something's going to be broken. Somebody's going to get hurt. I'm going to hear screaming and crying and fighting. If I'm tuning them out, it goes down in my household, okay? So the balance for me is to create a time frame to do what it is that I'm doing when they're not around. That's how I keep my mental, my sanity. That's just me, though. I know everyone's situation may be different. For me, right now during the day, I'm not working, which I will start working next week. So I've had a little more free time to kind of create that gap of space while they're at school. Like right now, I'm able to do this video while they're at school because I wouldn't be able to do it if they were here, okay? I literally would not be able to do it. This camera would be knocked over, they would be jumping on my bed, pancakes will be flying. So this, it's called balance. It's called making that time for what you personally have to do or professionally have to do, and separating it from mom life. And we're human. We cannot, it's not like pictures or videos, baby in one hand, reading in this hand, cooking it. No, that's not human like. I mean, we are not superwoman in real life. I mean, we do what we have to do. But it's not good to load, and try to do everything at the same time. So for me, balancing my entrepreneurship or whatever I have going on, I try to do that when they are at school. And then sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So sometimes I do things on the weekends, and it can be a struggle. Like I said, I have really young children. I have a 1 and 3-year-old, so it can be hard, but I do find balance. I do separate mom life and all my other hats right now. Maybe one day when they're a little older, it'll be a little easier to be like, sit still, sit down, don't do that. They'll be able to understand and process that and entertain themselves, but that's just not my reality right now. So balancing for me is to just do things when they are not around. Love y'all, but y'all can't keep up with mama right now, rules. Speaking of, so the next question, what are your girls like, honey? So I don't know how y'all are about astrology, but I'm really, really into astrology, and I have 2 Geminis. And listen, I don't know what y'all know about Geminis, but they're crazy. They have multiple personalities, and that sums it up. They're both Geminis. They're different because one is a May Gemini, one is a June Gemini. So my daughter's names is Sophie and Summer. Summer is the 1 year old, Sophie is the 3 year old. So I'll start with Sophie. Sophie has evolved because at first she drove me crazy. She was your typical 1 year old, all over the place. No was her favorite word. She fell out through temper tantrums. Don't get me wrong, Sophie is still a toddler. We still have our moments. I still, have to get with little Miss Sophie Bell. But overall, Sophie is so sweet. She's very reserved and she can come off shy. But when she's comfortable around you, she'll talk. She gravitates towards certain people, so I love to see kind of who she gravitates towards when I bring her around, like my friends. Um, she's so nurturing. Like, she's such your typical big sister. Like, sometimes she thinks she's the mama. And I honestly live for sibling love. And honestly, whenever Sophie wants to step in and be big sis, I let her because I think it's beautiful. I think it creates that bond for them. Like, one day I'm gonna be like, Sophie, you never played about your little sister. You always, took care of her. And as much as we feel like, we're the mom, we're in charge, we also have to let our kids play their role too. And I always want them to be close and have a good bond. So I think it's so cute when Sophie is, playing this motherly, nurturing role. It's literally the cutest. And I just love catching them in those moments. I have so many pictures where Summer just crawls up to Sophie and lays on Sophie's lap and just lays there as if she's mommy. And I think it's beautiful, and it does give me a sense of peace because every mom, I know I do, thinks like, oh, what if something happens to me? It's reality, it's the truth, and it brings you peace to know that they have each other. And it's so cute how close they are. Of course, they fight. They're like any other sibling, they're gonna fight and argue. But they definitely already have a bond so early, and I allow them to have that bond. I never step in when Sophie feels like she wants to be mommy. No, no, sissy, or come here, sissy, or if sissy's crying, Sophie's gonna pat her on her back and get her to stop crying. It's literally, I know, as a mom, it literally, stuff like that is little stuff that literally makes your whole life, and I love it. So that's Sophie. Now, Summer, she is your cliche baby sis. She don't care about nothing. She's into this, that, honey. She's the youngest in charge. She's the boss. She has so much personality. Everywhere we go, hi, hi, hi. And then me and Sophie, we're not that friendly, okay? We don't tell everybody hi. So Summer kind of forces us to talk to people. Like, she'll be talking to people, hi, hi, hi. So then they start talking to me. I'm like, okay, Summer, you can't be telling everybody hi. Mommy ain't in the mood to be talking to strangers today. But I do love that about her. How friendly she is, and how she just thinks everybody is, she's supposed to speak to everybody. She's very advanced, so I think that Sophie being right in front of her kind of plays a role in how advanced she is. She's talking. She's only one, y'all, and she talks. Me and Summer can somewhat have a conversation, and it trips me out. People be like, how old is she? And I'm like, she's only one. Like, they be so shocked that she's only 1 years old. Um, and I'm proud of that. I love the Summer's advance and trying to keep up with Sophie. I know it's gonna allow her to kind of be above her time, which I'm kind of okay with. Because we're at a stage where they're 1 and 3. So yes, baby, grow up a little bit, make it a little easier on mommy. But no, Summer, she is advanced. Um, And, you know, huge personality. She dances, she sings, she's witty, she's bossy, you know, her way or no way. But at the same time, she knows how to say please and thank you. You know, it's the hugs, and both of them, Sophie and Summer, they randomly hug me. They randomly kiss me. Summer knows how to say I love you, mommy. I love you. I love you. Oh, I love my kids. I mean, I could sit up and talk about them all day. I love everything about them. I love their little personalities. They're these little people with big minds, and they already they show you who they are already. So those are my kids. My household is hilarious. It's never a dull moment. Um, my friends, they know they it's always that Summer though. That Summer, she's something else. Like I said, Sophie has kind of grown out of that all over the place stage. I give her her phone. She's cool. She's laid back. She's chill. Summer, honey, she's a piece of work. Okay, she's into everything. But those are my babies. Though that's what they're like. I'm definitely gonna be having them, you know, a lot more on here. Hopefully for Christmas, I will definitely give y'all some footage of opening presents and just seeing their personalities. But I'm definitely gonna start showing them more. I just wanted to start off with you all getting to know me, mom as fuck. Um, and yeah, so that's what my girls are like. Why did you move to Atlanta? I moved to Atlanta because this is just somewhere where I always wanted to be. Before I moved, I had been down here so many times before. And it's just the welcoming. It's the land of opportunities. It's Black Hollywood. You know, you can go to a store and run into a celebrity, and I totally get my life. Okay, honey, you can't tell me that I'm not a celebrity or that I'm not gonna be one day. But no, you're my close friend. I can sit on the phone for hours talking about celebrity life because I get my life. I love celebrities. I think I'm one sometimes. And he's speaking into existence. Um, but no, I moved to Atlanta because I wanted opportunity for me and my girls. I wanted a bigger platform. Like, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. There's not much you're gonna get from there. You're gonna get what you get, and I wanted more than that. I was tired of the same things. I'm not gonna lie, I was tired of the same people, tired of the same scenery. And oftentimes when you're from home, you take loss after loss after loss. You know, people are getting killed. Um, I just, you know, I had to get out of there in order for me to grow. In Atlanta, you definitely have to step it up. You can't be here slacking because it's so fast paced. Like, people will walk right over you. Like, what are you doing? You need to stay on top of your shit. Like, they hold you accountable because everybody around you out here is getting it. It's so much money out here. It's so many, like I said, so many opportunities. So for me, I moved here for the opportunity. I wanted more in a life, and I knew that I couldn't get that in Louisville, Kentucky. And no shade. Like, there are people living happy, prosperous, beautiful lives back at home. All my hometown friends are still back at home. Um, my mother, she's still back at home. But for me, for for my life and for my circumstances, the best thing for me to do was to get up and go. It wasn't easy. At the time, my baby was 6 months. Sophie was only 2. That meant that I was going to be leaving my 8-year relationship at the time, 8-year long relationship. That means my relationship was getting put on the line because obviously um, he wasn't ready to up and move the way I was. So it was a huge sacrifice. It meant leaving my family. But I also knew that I didn't want to just be on the back burner of someone else's dreams. I didn't want, and I'm referring to at the time my boyfriend and child's father. He had established kind of this space for him and established his routine, and you know. I was so happy and proud of him, but I also knew at the beginning of our relationship, I said that my end goal was to move to Atlanta. It has always been my dreams to up and move to Atlanta. I have always wanted to move to Atlanta before I had kids, before I was in a relationship. You know, that was my plans when I graduated high school. I knew I wanted to move to Atlanta. So I'm like, we're on kid number 2. I haven't done anything towards my dreams and goals. You've done everything towards your dreams and goals. I've supported your dreams and goals. Now I am just ready to I'm ready to take that leap of faith and do what I need to do. And if we're gonna work, we're gonna work. That obviously was the hardest part of moving. Like I said, is sacrifice. When you make a decision like that, you're sacrificing. But I moved for the opportunity, and I'm forever grateful. I've been here for a year now. Some things have happened in that year. I'm still, year is not long. Y'all know that. I'm still figuring things out, still finding my place here, trying to get to know people, trying to network, trying to figure out what it is I really, really want to do. So, you know, I'm so glad that you all are going to be on this journey with me. Like I said, I'm going to be doing so much more YouTube, being so much more open. So, yeah, I'm super excited to see where I go within this next year. I have so many goals and dreams. 2022, I'm ready. You know, I've been through a lot in 2021, and I'm just ready to kind of evolve into whoever it is I'm supposed to be. So, and take those opportunities that I moved here. I'm ready. I'm stepping into the new year full force for sure. And I'm excited to document and share those moments with you all for sure. Next question. Do you want any more kids? No, I do not. I do not want any more kids. I feel complete. I feel like, you know, and this is just in this moment. I don't know what listen. One thing I have learned is you don't know what the future holds. Things that I thought I could never imagine things that have occurred in my life that have happened. So I do not know what's going to happen in the future. But at this time, at this moment, at this space that I'm in my life, I do not want any more kids. I love my babies. But when you're doing it by yourself, when you've had a traumatic experience, having 2 kids that close in age, and you're doing it by yourself, you don't really have that desire to want kids anymore because, you know, you don't want to go through what you went through. I love my babies to death. They mean the world to me, and I think they're enough for me, and I think they're perfect for me, and I think our dynamic and family is fine. I'm content with that. I'm figuring me out. I want to provide a life for them that, you know, that I can say I provided. Um, and I'm cool with that. Now, if the perfect man that God has placed in my life decides to show up and decides to put a ring on my finger and marry me and treat me and my daughters as a whole, and takes me and everything I come with and all of my damage, everything about me, if he comes along and does right by me and my girls, then I would totally have another child for someone that I truly love and that respects me and that wants to make me their wife. Yeah, but at this time, in this space, at this moment, no, I do not want any more kids. All right, we're almost done. What the struggles of being a single mother of 2? So that ties in. It's a struggle. I am constantly battling so much on the daily. Um, whew, I don't want to get too emotional too deep this soon. I don't want to scare all my people away. But no, it's hard. Um, as some of you know or may not know, my child's my girl's dad, he passed away. He was murdered on August the 7th. And I mean, I'm really a single mother now. So there are so many struggles. It's this struggle with a traumatic experience that just took place in my life. So I'm battling mental. Some days I know for a while I couldn't even get out of bed. I didn't want to get out of bed. My blinds are closed, all my lights are off. I was in a hole, a dark, dark hole for a really long time. And you can imagine then you can't necessarily lay around when you have kids, especially when I have a 1 and 3-year-old. You can't just lay around and be depressed and be in this hole. But I did, and that was a struggle for me, trying to balance what I was going through and be a mom. It was tough. It was it's still tough is what I'm saying. Like, it only happened 4 months ago, so some days I'm fine, some days I'm like, I got this, and then some days I'm like, I don't got this. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. um and it's also simply not being able to pick up the phone and call their dad and say, hey, you know they need this, they need that, or hey, they want to talk to you. That's a struggle. It's literally a piece of all of us. Their dad is gone, someone who I loved is gone. So the struggle of trying to live in a new world is a struggle. um Again, back to mental, it's like no matter what you're going through, whether it's anything, financially, mentally, trying to be a healthy, happy mama for your kids when you're going through something in itself is a struggle, whether you have help or not. Because at the end of the day, we're mamas. We're the moms. We take on that sole responsibility. Yes, some people are blessed with amazing fathers. But at the end of the day, we still take on that sole responsibility. So you're dealing with the struggle of the weight on your shoulders, and for me, that's the biggest struggle. No, I don't. I'm in Atlanta. I don't have family in Atlanta. So another struggle I deal with is help, not necessarily financially or anything, but it's like sometimes I be needing to get shit done, or I be needing to go to work, and I don't have nobody watching my kids, or I do have a nanny, but sometimes it's like, dang, I can go into work. I have multiple jobs, and one of the jobs I have is working in a night lounge. And sometimes I go in there and don't make nothing but the amount of money to pay a nanny. So it can be frustrating. It's like, dang, I'm going into work to pay my nanny. But shoot, I'm just thankful to get a break for my kids. So I'm not even tripping as long as I got the money to pay the nanny. I mean, that's just what it is. It's just me being honest. We all need breaks sometimes, and I don't give that much of a break. And that's just me being honest. And don't judge me, y'all. I definitely just ate that off of my leg. But yeah, we all know anybody who's a single mother, it can be frustrating, it can be a struggle, but in the same sense as people tell me it gets better, I'm here to tell y'all, hang in there, mamas. It's gonna get better. You know, the struggle is only temporary. I don't know if y'all follow Life's Journey on Instagram. He's dope. He's has his own clothing line. And years ago, I went to a pop-up shop. Um and he had a hat that said the struggle is only temporary. I still got the hat. And I literally be telling people the struggle is only temporary. So hang in there. I'm going to continue hang in there. I'm going to continue to push through the daily battles that I have. I'm going to continue to push through the struggles. And we, as a unit, as women, as mothers, we are going to get through this. So, yeah. Where do you see yourself as a mom and an entrepreneur in 5 years? Great question. You know, I have big dreams and goals for me and my children. I want to have, in 5 years, I want my clothing store to be, online clothing store to be successful and successfully profiting. I want to, about in 5 years, have my clientele up. I do makeup. So right now I'm being a new makeup artist in Atlanta. I want to build up my clientele. In 5 years, I want to have a popping YouTube channel with thousands of subscribers and thousands and hundreds and thousands of views. I want my Instagram to be popping by them. I want to be in my beautiful brick home that I just always imagined for me and my family. I want to be in a stable financial position. I want to create generational wealth by 5 years, or, begin that, creating a world that can be passed down to my children. And just, I don't even have to be rich. Like, I just want to be comfortable and to have the freedom to do anything it is that I want to do. Being rich is a plus. That is the goal. But, in 5 years, I'll be 35. That's so crazy. I'll be 30 in February. So in 5 years, I'm going to be 35. That's wild to me. But yeah, I just see me being very in a much better space. My kids will be older. Oh my God. I would have in 5 years, I would have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. That's wild to me. I honestly cannot wait until that stage where they're older and mature and I can move with them and they can go with me to whatever I need to do and handle business with me. I don't have to find sitters. They can come with me. They can help mommy. They can help mommy run this business. I can't wait for that age. I really can't. So I just, I see so much for me. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep achieving all of my goals and do what it is I need to do to reach them. I have goals. I have plans. And they gonna get done. Okay? So yeah. To the next question. And this is our last question. So hopefully I didn't hold y'all too long. What do you like to do for fun during your free time? When I do have free time, I do like to be with my friends. I love to travel. Like, I want to travel the world. I want to be on every beach. I don't want to go nowhere cold. I never had the desire to travel to nobody's cabin. It's just not my thing. But I definitely want to travel the world any chance I get. That's something that me and my baby daddy did. We traveled the world together. Like we were, you know, all my birthdays, he took me out of town. It had been times where we just, let's take a trip, or he'll call me, let's take a trip, or you want to go. And I love that about him. He was super adventurous, and it made me, and I was never that type of person. I guess I never really had the desire. I mean, of course, we all want to travel, but to really make that a priority in my life was because of him. And I love him for that, because it's such a big world out here and it's so much to see. So I'm gonna continue to do that for both of us, because that is genuinely what he worked hard to do. He wanted to work hard and enjoy his fruits of labor and see the world. And so I'm definitely, that's something about him that I'm going to continue to do and keep alive for his name. But in other words, that wraps up my Q&A for the day. Make sure you all leave comments, subscribe subscribe to my channel, leave comments, like it, share it. I hope you all enjoyed. For the people that don't know me, I hope you got to know a little bit more about me, and a little bit more into my world. Again, this is not going to be the last you see of me. I'm so excited to really showcase and open the door to my life and my journey. So this is going to be exciting. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. See you later.